Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues. And today we're going to talk about malicious mother syndrome. Frankly, I think it's a misnomer because in this day and age, I think it should probably be called malicious parent syndrome because the things that make this up apply equally to moms and dads. You know you're involved in this syndrome, for example, when one parent is bad-mouthing the other. You have to understand the psychology of children. Children are made up half of you and half of your ex. When you call your ex a moron and an idiot, you're kind of calling your child at least half a moron and an idiot. There's no way that this is not going to sink into the child. So there's nothing positive. There's no upside to bad-mouthing your ex, particularly not in front of the children. And if it's on record, if it's something that's brought before the court and documented, it's going to be something that the court's going to seriously take into account in terms of what your rights to the kid should be. The court does not like to see that. The court does not like when you deny communication of your children with your ex. That's another part of this malicious parent syndrome. Parent calls to talk to the child. I'm sorry, he's not in, or he's asleep. He'll be up in 20 minutes. He's in the bed. All these excuses just designed to not allow a communication. Now, you can say you don't want the communication because it's your time. I get that. But there's a reasonable amount of time for which, communication should be had and not had. If the child is there for, a 3-hour dinner evening in the middle of the week, mom doesn't have to call for that. Kids will be home soon enough. If the child's with, dad for, 10 days and mom wants to give a call, at night, say goodnight to the child, that's communication that should be allowed. It shouldn't be one of those things where, you don't answer the call or, you ghost the person, because that could be considered a part of this sort of parental malicious parent syndrome. Lying to your children about your ex is also part of it. Saying that she's a crook or a criminal, or she did something wrong, or she tried to kill you, or he tried to run you over, or he tried to run me over, all these terrible things where you create a toxic environment, where you horribilize the other parent. These are the things that make up this syndrome. These are the things that sometimes there's a temptation to do that. The reason why we have these syndromes and why we give labels to these things is so that people should have an awareness that these are the things to avoid. These are the things you don't want to do. Why? Because at the end of the day, they're damaging to your kids. Remember one thing. The court doesn't care about you. The court doesn't care about your ex. You're adults. Whatever you do. It's your business. The court only cares about the kids. And all of these things that we talk about are designed to protect and to secure what is in the best interest of the children. Before you say that thing, before you raise that issue, before you horribilize your ex-wife, see before whom you stand. And if your kids are there, you know what? Write it down and then put it in your pocket. But don't make your kids feel bad because you're horribilizing the other parent. Remember, that parent is part of them. There's no way that they can hear that and not internalize that as a criticism of themselves. And you don't really want that. If you have any questions about that, reach out. We'll be glad to help you out.